Joining us online for the ceremony for the Similkameen Elementary Secondary School graduating class of 2020. My name is Tom Eccleston. I am the Vice Principal here at SESS, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this evening. To all our supporters at home, I'd like to welcome you all to this unique graduation ceremony. I hope that this ceremony and this evening is filled with celebration and memories for you. And now, I would like to welcome the diploma candidates of the class of 2020.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loaded merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You won't ever be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul.
On behalf of School District 53 and Similkameen Elementary Secondary, we'd like to acknowledge that we are gathered here today on the traditional unceded territory of the Okanagan Nation and the Similkameen people who have lived on this land since time immemorial, the land on which we live and learn. Thank you to all the students, graduates, dignitaries, parents, and members of the community for making this event possible. I'd also like to acknowledge all the teachers, support staff, Indigenous advocates, and the school district staff who have helped support the education of our graduating students for the last 13 years at both Costin Primary School and at SESS. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the many school staff for all their hard work and preparation behind the scenes tonight during the ceremony to help make this event happen. Thank you for supporting our grads and sharing in this celebration. We all feel honored to share the celebration of accomplishment with our graduates, but I want to add a special thank you to some community businesses, including Dawn and Anna's Greenhouse for donating the beautiful flowers and plants you see on display, Kellyanne Graham Matthews for donating the individual carnations for each grad, Braden Stanley for aerial photography, Andrew Jacobite from Groovy Productions for managing the filming and broadcasting of the ceremony, and Megan Maskalik from Mountain West Photography for the formal photography. At this time, I'd like to ask that our own SESS student, Riley Demchuk, please approach the podium to lead us in our national anthem. O Canada will be followed by the Okanagan song led by SESS teacher Les Lewis and his family. Grads, please remove your caps and rise for the singing of O Canada and remain standing until the end of the Okanagan song.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, and all our sons come in. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Thank you to the Lewis family and Ms. Demchuk. I would like now to invite Principal Naren Searcy to to the podium to welcome the graduates.
Good evening, parents, family, community members, honored guests, and of course, graduates. Welcome to this unique and reimagined ceremony. Grads, we always knew you were going to give us an interesting and original experience when you got to grade 12, but none of us could have predicted this. You've outdone yourselves. You know, looking out at you right now, with just us here together, this could be any other regular lunch hour grad meeting, except for a couple of things. First of all, you all showed up on time, and second of all, none of us are trying to talk over Quinn. There are, however, hundreds of people watching us online. It's not just us. And so to the parents, family, and community members who would usually be packing this gymnasium for this ceremony from wall to wall and forcing our air conditioning system into overdrive, I want to acknowledge how badly you want to be here with us, and I want to thank you for your support. Thank you for understanding the unusual circumstances we are in. Thank you for letting these graduates celebrate together at SESS one last time. They were not able to experience what is usually the last 3 most memorable months of their entire education career. But they have been so resilient, and they have inspired all of us with their willingness to just make the best of things. We wanted to honor their wishes to be with each other tonight, and we know that we are so fortunate to be a school that still has the opportunity to have a full graduation ceremony with all of our graduations present to finish the year together. In a way, grads, this particular ceremony is representative of the rest of your lives. You're taking the first step into the future, and as you spread your wings and forge your own path, your parents, family, friends, teachers won't always be there with you in person. But wherever you go and whatever you do, they will always be with you in spirit, thinking of you, supporting you, and always, always believing in you. Grads, I hope you know how very fortunate you are to have the support that you have grown up with in this amazing community in this beautiful valley. So let's all enjoy the ceremony tonight, however we happen to be experiencing it. While it is difficult that some people can't be here in person, I've also been told that there are many people who are now able to watch who wouldn't have been able to participate in the past. So let's celebrate what makes this experience memorable and unique, just as we always highlight what makes our school, our community, and of course, this particular grad class unique. Grads, it has been such an honor and a pleasure to work with you all over these past years. We are so proud of you, and we will never forget you. And not just because you're graduating in the middle of a global pandemic. We will never forget you because of who you are as individuals, who you are as a graduating class, and who we know you will become when you go out into the world. So congratulations on reaching this tremendous milestone. Thanks for letting us come along for the ride, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Ms. Searcy. Now we will hear from a huge supporter of all things SESS, our local trustee of the Board of Education of School District 53, Ms. Myrna Coates.
I am Myrna Coates, trustee for Smelkameen for the Board of Education, from whom I bring congratulations on the many accomplishments you have made both individually and as a group in your 13 years in school that have brought you to this special day. I'm pleased to be participating in your celebrations. I have a little story to tell you. When I was in grade 1, there was no Simhai. I was in a 4-room elementary school, the picture of which is in the entrance to SESS. Along the west end were 3 rooms for the high school students. There were so many students at that time that there were classes being held in the basement of the Victory Hall. In January of that school year, 1951, the construction of the new Similkameen High School was completed. The high school students, grades 7 to 12, walked across the road to their new school, and the Victory Hall students returned. 1951 marked the first grad class of Simhai. Now, if you're doing finger math, you'll realize that there have been 68 more graduation ceremonies since that first one. Each class created new traditions, building on those of previous years, as they wanted to have a memorable and distinctive celebration. You too, until spring break, had been making plans for pictures and proms, awards and accolades, music, caps, gowns, and a trip, when suddenly those plans came to a halt. But like the phoenix rising from its ashes, your indomitable spirit could not be suppressed. Your creativity, ingenuity, and courage have brought you to this event, one that you will treasure, as you will have the story of the unique 70th SimHi graduation to tell your children, your grandchildren, and hopefully your great-grandchildren. As you go off into your new lives, may you retain your energy, your determination, and your resourcefulness as you spread your influence in your studies, in your workplaces, and in your families. You are the future. You are our future. We are in good hands. Thank you for the privilege of sharing in your festivities.
Thank you, Ms. Coates. Now we will hear from a great champion of education, our Superintendent of Schools for School District 53, Ms. Beverly Young.
Good evening, SESS graduates of 2020, and good evening, parents and family members who are watching from home. The last thing you want is a long recorded speech, so I'll make this brief, but I am really honored to get to play a small role in this very unique ceremony. Graduates, we are proud of you. As Superintendent of Schools and a former high school principal, I know the importance of this milestone and want to acknowledge the important factors that go into a grade 12 graduating year. You have done the work, juggled demanding schedules, overcome obstacles, and now, like no other graduating class before you, you have adjusted to remote learning during a global pandemic. I know it is not the notoriety you are looking for, and I'm not going to lie, this is not the best year to be graduating, but you have already shown how you can adapt, proven your resiliency, and enjoy the moment and each other as best you can. I ask you to look at the challenges now and consider the larger picture, what your priorities are and need to be at this time. Our health and the health of our families and loved ones, compassion for those who are struggling financially, and our responsibility to each other. As the saying now goes, we are all in this together, making history together. Thank you so much to your teachers, support staff, and administrators and parents who have worked really hard on planning a safe, calm, and memorable celebration. Our reality remains that there's nothing normal about this school year, but we don't need normal to go into the future strong and resilient. We need different. We need adaptability. We need risk-taking, and we need kindness. Graduating class of 2020, you are well on your way to being anything but normal. You are special, talented, strong young men and women who are about to change the world, and you have my best wishes. Stay safe, be kind, and on behalf of School District number 53, congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Young. Next, we will have a special message from a great friend of SESS, our school liaison and counselor for the village of Karamias, Ms. Sherry Philpott-Adickery.
Graduates, school staff, parents, families, and friends. My name is Sherry Philpott-Adickery, and I am a counselor for the village of Karamias. It gives me great pleasure to address the grads of 2020, and on behalf of Mayor and Council, I wish them well as they begin the next phase of their lives. Some of you will go straight into the workforce, some of you will go to university or college, and some will begin or continue with a trade. Whatever direction you take, we know that you can be successful. That is what 13 years of school has prepared you for, to be successful. Things may look a little different for you as we cope in these strange times. You might have to wear personal protective equipment for work, or take university classes online as opposed to sitting in a classroom or a lecture hall, but I know you will meet the challenges head on. Life is what you put into it. If you're not sure what to do with your life, don't sit around home waiting for something to happen. Take any job until you decide. You see, life is about experiences and what you do with them. I know there are a lot of people who are proud of your accomplishments today. I am so happy to share in your excitement of your graduation day and so very proud of you all. So, to quote Dr. Seuss, "You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so go on your way." Thank you, and good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Ms. Philpotta-Dickory. It is now my distinct honor to introduce and welcome a message from the Chief of the Lower Similkameen Indian Band, Chief Keith Crow.
In peace Nuxil, Kinlin Pitchap, Iskwi Kalupakan, Kantil Samokamith, Till Tupaksum. Just want to say good day, everyone. My name is Chief Keith Crow from the Lower Similkameen Indian Band. I just want to wish all the graduates this year congratulations and best wishes. This is a very memorable year for you guys. Everyone won't forget the year 2020 with no grad services or ceremonies. This is interesting to do what we're doing this year. I want to send out to you all, I've said this before in my past speeches the last few years, I had some principles I would like you to take away from this. One is to have fun. As you grow older, never forget, work is always there, work will always be there, but have fun on the side. You have to be out there to enjoy life. That's what life is about. We're given one life. Let's have some fun with it. Another one is please learn to shake a person's hand. A person's bond and their word means a lot. Shaking a person's hand with confidence. I know in this time of COVID-19 we're not supposed to do that, but it will lift. This will pass. And I encourage you all, once this passes, to learn how to properly shake a hand. I also want to put out to everyone, it's been an honor to be here over the years, being a graduate of SESS myself. My kids have both graduated from here. We are in a small town. Some of you are going to move on. Some of you are going to stay. Even if you move on, home is always here. Never forget your roots. Never forget where you came from. And please enjoy life. I'm always here to call on. I reach out to everybody. And in this other time that we're dealing with is some racism, and I'm going to speak to that quickly, is racism is learnt, and it begins with you and can stop with you. I have respect for everyone in this world, and I love you all. Thank you, and congratulations, grads of this year. Lim Lim.
Thank you, Chief Crow. Now I would like to welcome our Member of Parliament for the Central Okanagan Similkameen Nicola, Mr. Dan Albus.
Hi everyone, Dan Albus, the Member of Parliament for Central Okanagan Similkameen Nicola. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm sure none of us anticipated COVID-19 or the fact that you'd be graduating this way, and I'm really glad to see that there are still ways for us to celebrate the achievements that you will all have worked so hard for to get to this point. First of all, congratulations on making it this far. And please bear in mind all of the people in your lives, your family, your friends, the teachers, the staff of Similkameen Secondary who root for you every day and want to see you succeed. As you go out into new careers, as you plot big goals, as you decide where you want to move on to in life next, as you contemplate where you stand in this big world, just know that there are people that support you and to call upon them as you move forward. Again, thank you for the invitation to be with you today, and I congratulate you and your family on all of the achievements that it's taken to get this far. Nothing happens without friends and family and without a lot of support. So again, congratulations on what you've done, and be safe as you make your next steps. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Albus. Now the votes are in, and the graduates have chosen SESS teacher Ms. Sarah Browning for a special message for tonight's ceremony. Ms. Browning, welcome to the podium. Please present your highly anticipated message to the grads.
Oh my gosh, this is always so high for me. Okay, welcome grads and everyone tuning in to the first ever live streamed SESS graduation ceremony. I gotta take this off, I can't see very well. Things look a little different this year. The teachers and staff here at SESS have spent the last 2 days sanitizing surfaces, labeling social distance areas, and checking to ensure that at all times we do not break the rules of the Health and Safety Committee, hence my outfit. For those of you who don't know, this is the Noble Brand 2020 line. If you want more information, see Carter Thompson or Noble Bethal. Oh, I'm not nervous about giving this speech, but I am nervous about passing out. I'm so hot right now. I've taught this group of grads on 2 separate occasions, once in grade 11 and then again in grade 12. I was luckily able to avoid them in their more awkward grade 8 and junior years. I had to get pregnant and get moved to the other side of the school to avoid them, and for a while it worked. But then in grade 11, it finally happened. I had to teach you guys. During that first year, they spent most of their time complaining about the fact that they had not had me as a teacher before. We never learned this. This is way harder than last year. I got an A in Foisey's class. You can't make us sit in a circle. And this last year was spent complaining about how they have now had me as a teacher twice. We never learned this. Why do we have to do this again? You still can't make us sit in a circle. Essentially, they're just always complaining. But while all I heard was complaints, what I witnessed was a group who worked hard, laughed long, and loved fiercely. You will go down in history, not because of your good looks, amazing intelligence, or rad dance moves, Jordan, or your keen sense of style, but because you are the first group of grads to graduate during the first worldwide pandemic since the Spanish flu. Michelle Obama said that you should never view your challenges as a disadvantage. Instead, it's important for you to understand that your experience facing and overcoming adversity is actually one of your biggest advantages. This pandemic isn't the unique piece of bad luck that makes you so memorable. It's the way you handled yourselves during this time. You had to grieve the loss of a year you had been dreaming about since entering your first day of kindergarten at Costin Primary School, and for a few of you, Allison, Kevin, and Thorson, at the now defunct Headley School. You had to continue your education in a new online format, and while this new setup allowed you to sleep in till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it also caused you to endure your boomer teachers trying to learn how to use technology like Zoom. You had to overcome the terror of being locked up with your immediate family members, and they had to survive you. And yet, despite all of this, you kept your cool, you are all here, you are making the best of a bad situation, and your relationships with each other remain strong. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. Your response to this abrupt change in plans and lifestyle gives me great hope. People keep saying that 2020 is a crazy year, that the world is falling apart. But what if 2020 is the year that changes everything? Maybe this broken world will emerge a little bit more beautiful, and perhaps you will be part of creating this new image. Use your voices, your passions, your talents, and your jobs to make change. You have the power to stand and fight, advocate, and vote for a healthier and more inclusive and kinder environment and society. I feel honored to stand here before you today. The circumstances of your graduation mean that those who truly deserve to be here aren't. Your parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and cousins who usually pile into this gym are at home, watching you on one of the biggest days of your life. The only condolence I can offer is that this won't be the last great moment of your life. You will go on to do a great many wonderful things. Maybe you will be part of another larger graduation ceremony. It could be that you will design some new life-altering technology or help to pass legislation that makes this world a little bit better. Maybe you will one day save a life. Perhaps you will find the love of your life or one of the loves of your life, Carter, and get married. And maybe you will choose to one day, way down the line, have children. Hopefully by then I will be retired, but don't worry, I'm sure Mr. Morehart and Mr. Corrals will still be here to teach them. The point is, there will be many other milestones in your life. Though they may not look the same as you intended, much like today, they will be special, meaningful, and yours. I wish you all the best in the future, and while I'm not sad to see you go, I will miss you. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Browning. I would like to take a moment now to recognize the support from the Upper Similkameen Indian Band. The representative from the USIB sends their regrets, but they want to acknowledge how proud they are of this year's graduates. Graduates of SESS, it's time to receive your recognition, the recognition of the past 13 years of your education. Each grad will receive a graduation portfolio and flower. Inside, you will find a few things, including an original watercolor painting from Abby Lee. Each of the Indigenous grads will receive either a medicine pouch or a red Voyageur sash. The sash and its patterns are symbols of Métis culture. The medicine pouch contains items that symbolize protection, guidance, and that represent the graduate's identity. The medicine pouches have been made by SESS's Indigenous advocates Mike Reed and Delma Colvecchio. I'd like to now invite SESS teachers Mr. Ian Johnson and Mr. Barry Morehart to the podiums now to read the names and a short statement about each graduate. Also, Mrs. Searcy, could you please come to the stage to assist with the presentation of the graduation portfolio?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I get to do that for the last time. So, Mr. Johnson, it's great to be up here with you.
It is indeed.
It's always a pleasure. And, you know, we're finally at the most important part of the ceremony when you guys get your diplomas. So first of all, I want to say good afternoon to you guys, your parents, everybody else that's watching. And I have to explain why Mr. Johnson and I are in a tropical attire. First of all, we look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And second, if you've been around the school this year, of course, you notice that Mr. Johnson has done tropical every day. We've done our Tropical Fridays for a long time, and this is Mr. Johnson's last year, so he's kind of an honorary grad. And so there he is on his last Tropical Friday, even though it's really Thursday. So, wow, there you go, all right. So without further ado, let's get to it. Our very first grad is Kevin Allison. Kevin's favorite memory of SESS was being able to come to school every day and always have a good time. Kevin was a dedicated member of the senior boys soccer team this year, and he'd like to thank Mr. Toth, Mr. Johnson, Mrs. Browning, and Mr. Brown for all their support. Kevin's favorite quote is, "Stop crying. What's that going to fix?" Thank you, Kevin. Next up, Noble Bethal.
Next year, Noble plans to pursue post-secondary education, and 10 years from now, he intends to have a successful career and to travel the world. Noble has been an active member of the student and athletic councils during his time at SESS. His favorite memory was going on the Europe trip. He would like to thank his teachers, family, and friends for all their support. Noble is the recipient of the $300 Amanda Monroe Memorial Bursary, a $200 Harris & Company Bursary, a $1,000 Royal Canadian Legion Branch 192 Scholarship, and the $500 SESS Parent Advisory Council Scholarship. Noble is also the winner of the top Senior Citizenship Award for I thought I was the top senior citizen. Come on.
You are.
Noble is the winner of the top Senior Citizenship Award for demonstrating exceptional character and leadership. Well done, Noble.
Our next grad is Derek Brunton. During his time at SESS, Derek has been involved in a number of sports teams as well as the Athletic Council. And next year, Derek plans to move to Nelson, where he will continue his post-secondary education and hit the ski hill. He would like to thank Mr. Adam, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Toth for encouraging him and believing in him. Derek is the recipient of $1,000 plus tools from the Auto Trades Bursary, $550 from the South Okanagan-Similkameen Teachers Union Bursary, and $500 from the Carameus Coston Sportsman Association. Congratulations, Derek.
Quinn Kerrigan. Next year, Quinn plans to continue his education in Kelowna at the University of British Columbia. Playing on the basketball team, and this moment, right now, are his favorite memories of his time at SESS. Quinn would like to thank all the great teachers at SESS, his family for their support. In 10 years, Quinn plans to be living the life and contributing something good. Quinn is the recipient of a $200 Music Under the K bursary and a $500 Village of Carameus bursary. Well done, Quinn.
Get out. Veronica Chicomdi. Yay! During her time at SESS, Veronica participated in many grad fundraisers as well as working on the grad book. Her favorite memory is Daxon falling into a garbage can during a school dance. Dax, recycle. Okay, anyway. Veronica would like to thank her parents, her friend Angela, Madam Cope, and the rest of her teachers for their support, as well as the entire grad class for making everything more enjoyable and fun. Veronica is the recipient of $800 from the Carameus Doctors Bursary. Congratulations, Veronica.
Tyson Duangpanya. Tyson's favorite memories from high school are the Europe trip with Noble and defeating Vernon Christian in the Valleys to qualify for the provincial basketball championships. Tyson says he wouldn't be here today without the support of his mom and auntie. He also wants to thank Mr. Brown for being there for him. Next year, Tyson plans to move to Kelowna, get a job, and hang with the boys. His favorite quote is, "Don't worry, I got this. Tyson is the recipient of a $250 South Okanagan Similkameen Athletic Association bursary, and Tyson is also the winner of our top Grade 12 Male Athlete Award for exceptional performance and commitment to the SESS athletics program. Well done.
Allison Gledhill. During her time at SESS, Allison was an active participant in leadership class and student council. Next year, she plans to get a job to save up for college, as well as to build up her own independent art business. Her favorite memory was spending the night in the Vancouver Aquarium. Allison would like to thank her mom and Rod, as well as all of her friends, especially Taylor. Allison is the recipient of $500 from the Headley Senior Center bursary. Congratulations, Allison. Daxon Helm. Next year, Dax plans to attend the University of Alberta to study engineering, and 10 years from now, he plans to be working as either a mechanical or an aerospace engineer. Daxon's favorite quote is, "Stay away from negative people. They will find a problem for every solution." For helping him succeed in high school, Dax would like to thank his parents and himself for finding the will to go to school at such an ungodly hour every morning.
Daxon is the recipient of a $1,000 School District 53 Academic Scholarship, a $1,250 District Authority Scholarship, a $1,000 Royal Canadian Legion Branch 192 Scholarship, a $500 PharmaSave Karameus bursary, a $500 Karameus Fast Gas bursary, a $200 Karameus Volunteer Fire Department bursary. Well done. Daxon was also the runner-up for our top academic Grade 12 Student Award for exceptional achievement in his courses at SESS. Well done, Daxon.
Jacob Hibbs. During his time at SESS, Jacob was a dedicated member of the athletics program and participated in both soccer and basketball. His favorite memories are of playing soccer with the boys. Jacob would like to thank Ms. Hamers for all her support, and his favorite quote is, "Every day above ground is a good day." Congratulations, Jacob.
Dayton Hockey. One of Dayton's favorite memories from SESS was helping to organize the Grad fundraiser at Similkameen Sizzle Festival. Next year, Dayton hopes to be working and going to college, and 10 years from now, he plans on owning his own mechanics shop. Dayton would like to thank his parents for always being there for him. Congratulations.
Sadie Hockey. "Life is what you make of it" is one of Sadie's favorite quotes. And during her time at SESS, Sadie was involved in both leadership and grad fundraisers. She'd like to thank all of her teachers, administrators, and staff for helping her. And next year, Sadie hopes to have a job working with seniors, maybe Mr. Johnson. And 10 years from now, she hopes to travel and perhaps have her own hobby farm. Congratulations, Sadie.
Dakota Kendig. During his time at SESS, Dakota enjoyed the opportunities he had to volunteer. Next year, he plans to enter the workforce and eventually become trained as a heavy-duty mechanic. Dakota would like to thank Mrs. Davidson and Ms. Espenheim for keeping him on track and for helping him organize his post-secondary plans. Dakota is the recipient of a $500 Cars Under the K bursary and a $1,000 School District 53 non-academic trades bursary. Dakota was also the recipient of this year's Most Improved Grade 12 student, awarded for a student who overcomes adversity and demonstrates significant improvement in effort and achievement. Well done, Dakota.
Ty Lawrence. Ty's favorite memory of SESS was working with Mr. Toth in the shop classes. Next year, he plans to be making money. and not as a counterfeiter. And as far as what he'll be doing in 10 years, he says he'll let you know. Ty would like to thank his family for all of their support during his high school years. Congratulations, Ty.
Dylan Leask. Next year, Dylan says his main goal is to work, and 10 years from now, he will still be working. Dylan's favorite activities at SESS were whenever he was in a shop class, and his favorite memory is graduation. Dylan would like to thank his mom for all her support. Congratulations.
Abby Lee. During her time at SESS, Abby has been actively involved in the Grad Council as well as organizing fundraisers and working on the locker murals. Abby's favorite memory was when everyone got their grad hoodies and wore them together at the grad movie night. Abby would like to thank her mom for always helping her believe in herself, as well as her teachers for understanding her. Future plans for Abby include pursuing a Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree and eventually becoming an art teacher. Abby is the recipient of $500 from the South Similkameen Art Society bursary and a $1,250 from the District Authority Scholarship. Abby is also the winner of the SESS Senior Service Award for providing exemplary service and support for the betterment of the SESS community. Great job, Abby. Congratulations.
Avery LePage. Next year, Avery plans to attend Okanagan College in Kelowna and to enter the electrician pre-apprenticeship program. 10 years from now, he plans to be vibing. I looked that one up online. He plans to be vibing. Avery's favorite memories of SESS were shop classes, and he would like to thank Mr. Toth for supporting him and being a bro. Avery, I'll stop doing that, I'm sorry. Avery is the recipient of the $1,000 School District 53 non-academic trades bursary, a $500 Carameus Fast Gas bursary, and a $200 Carameus Volunteer Fire Department bursary. Well done.
Jordan Lick. Volunteering almost every chance he got as part of Jordan's legacy at SESS. He was involved in numerous school dances and fundraisers. Next year, Jordan plans to continue volunteering with the Carameus Fire Department with the eventual goal of becoming a career firefighter in Kelowna or Langley. Jordan would like to thank his mom and dad for always pushing him to do his best. Congratulations, Jordan.
Taylor Lick. Taylor's favorite memories of get it together, guys. Taylor's favorite memories at SESS are hanging out with all the grads during movie nights and dances. Future plans include working and saving up for a program in equine studies, with the eventual hopes of having her own horse ranch. Taylor would like to thank her mother for pushing her to be her best, and to Mr. Adam and Mrs. Brunel for always believing in her and encouraging her to chase her dreams. Congratulations.
Kevin Smith. During his time at SESS, Kevin has been a committed member of the cafeteria program, and next year he plans to study trades at OK College. Kevin would like to thank Shay Evans for all her support during high school. Congratulations, Kevin.
Good job, Kevin. Good job. Sheila Goktahai. Lewis. I've been practicing all afternoon, still didn't get it right. Sheila's favorite memory of SESS was the winter formal dances from grade 8 to grade 12. She also remembers the time when she and Veronica were smiling very suspiciously. And then Mr. Johnson, moi, sat down next to them to discuss their missing physics homework. Still waiting. No, just kidding. Yikes. Next year, Sheila plans to attend university, and she would like to thank her friends and her family for always being there. And of course, the Jonas Brothers. Sheila is the recipient of a $500 Harry Robinson Memorial Bursary, a $1,500 Seroptimus International of a Soyuz bursary, and a $1,250 District Authority Scholarship. Well done, Sheila.
Kaylee Lusted. Next year, Kaylee hopes to attend Okanagan College to pursue a diploma in criminal justice. 10 years from now, she hopes to be working with the RCMP as a detective. Her favorite memory of SESS is spending time with her fellow grads and the French 11 trip to Manning Park. Kaylee would like to thank her parents for supporting her through everything, as well as her family and friends, and especially Veronica. Kaylee is the recipient of $500 from the Okanagan Correction Center bursary. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Connor McDonald. Connor's favorite memory of high school is the 2019 trip to Europe, as well as digging through Mr. Collins' Facebook profile to find out his age. Future plans for Connor involve a 2-year business administration diploma and then enrolling at BCIT to study aircraft maintenance engineering. Connor would like to thank all his teachers who've helped him along the way, and his parents, because he wouldn't be here without them. Connor is the recipient of a $500 Cisco bursary, a $1,000 Okanagan College Community Spirit Award, and a $1,000 Royal Canadian Legion Branch 192 scholarship. Well done, Connor.
Dylan McKay. Attending Okanagan College and getting his Welder's Foundation ticket are part of Dylan's future plans. 10 years from now, he plans to be rich and famous. Just kidding. He wrote that. I think he will be rich and famous. In 10 years, he plans to be working in a well-paying job. During his time at SESS, Dylan was involved in grad fundraisers as well as fixing things in the shop. He'd like to thank Mr. Toth for providing decent electives. Dylan is the recipient of $500 CUPE Local 523 bursary and $2,000 Cypress air conditioning bursary. Congratulations, Dylan.
Mason McIntyre. Mason's favorite memory from SESS involved making cookies for a bake sale fundraiser. I'm wondering about that. In the future, he plans to walk across the USA, and when asked who he would like to thank, he says, everybody. It was a team effort. Mason leaves us with the quote, "We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand." Congratulations.
Mila McIntyre. Next year, Mila hopes to travel with her friends. She'd like to thank Mr. Adam and Miss Brunel for being her favorite teachers, as well as her best friend, Abby. She also wants to thank Angela because she wouldn't be graduating without her. Mila's favorite memory of SESS is her entire grade 12 year, because even though it got cut short, it was still by far the best. Congratulations, Mila.
Shale Muscle. Shale's favorite memory of his time at SESS was his senior drafting class. What about chemistry and physics? Come on, Shale. Next year, Shale plans to attend the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, and 10 years from now, he'll be making bread. Shale would like to thank Mrs. Browning for her support. Shale is the recipient of $1,000 Royal Canadian Legion Branch 192 scholarship and a $200 Carameus Volunteer Fire Department bursary. Congratulations.
Faith Paymont. During her time at SESS, Faith was a key member of the cafeteria team that was responsible for preparing large events such as the Christmas turkey dinner and athletic banquets. Next year, Faith plans to begin a business degree at OK College in Kelowna. Faith's favorite memory is working with Chef Adolph in the kitchen and learning new recipes and techniques. She would like to thank her dad for teaching her the importance of school and the role education plays in your future. Congratulations, Faith.
Andrew Reichel. Performing on stage with his band at the Arts in May celebration is Andrew's favorite memory at SESS, especially when they smashed the guitar. Next year, he plans to study engineering at the University of Alberta, either in Edmonton or in the basement of his house. Andrew would like to thank Mr. Johnson for doing a wonderful job teaching him about science and Mr. Toth for putting up with him. Andrew is the recipient of the $1,000 School District 53 Academic Scholarship, a $1,250 South Okanagan-Similkameen Teachers Union Scholarship, and a $1,250 District Authority Scholarship. Andrew was also the winner of the top Grade 12 Academic Student Award this year for his exceptional achievement in his coursework. Well done, Andrew.
Cher Sadu. Cher's future plans include attending a post-secondary institution to pursue a career in business. During his time at SESS, he's been actively involved in both the student and athletic councils, and Cher would like to thank his friends, family, and everyone who's helped him through to graduation. His favorite memory of SESS was walking through the high school doors expecting the hardest 5 years of his life, but then finding out that his favorite teachers would make the years fly by. Cher is the recipient of a $500 Cisco bursary and a $500 Carameus Fast Gas bursary. Congratulations, Cher.
Angela Singh. During her time at SESS, Angela has been involved in student council and helping organize dances, movie nights, and grad tag. Her favorite memory was the trip to the Vancouver Aquarium in grade 11. Next year, she plans to work and travel, and she would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for all their support. Congratulations, Angela.
Cassidy Little. Future plans for Cassidy include working and then going to school to eventually become a social worker. His favorite memory of SESS was when the shop flooded, somehow. Cassidy would like to thank Mrs. Searcy as well as Mr. Toth and Mr. Adam for teaching his favorite courses. His favorite quote is, "Maintain, oh yeah." Congratulations, Cassidy.
Lane Snachuk. Next year, Lane plans to attend Okanagan College to complete his heavy equipment technician training. 10 years from now, he plans to be making lots of money. Lane would like to thank the staff at SESS because he says this is the first school that he's been to that actually cares about his education. Congratulations, Lane.
Robert Squawkin.
Bobby.
Peer tutoring, traditional games, and woodshop are some of the activities Robert's been involved in during his time at SESS. Next year, he plans to compete in rodeos and ride and break colts. In 10 years, he plans to do exactly what he's doing now, except for taking English 12. His favorite memory is the end of school. Robert would like to thank his mom and dad because they always believed in him. Congratulations, Robert.
Shanisha Talio. Future plans for Shanisha involve attending post-secondary and traveling. While at SESS, she was involved in school spirit days, basketball, and the indoor track meets. Her favorite memory of SESS was when the grads beat the teachers in dodgeball. Shanisha would like to thank Mr. Johnson, Madam Cope, and Shay Evans for encouraging her to keep going. Congratulations.
Casey Taylor. Casey's most important experience while at SESS was taking math and science courses because he learned that they're really not for him. Future plans involve apprenticing as a tattoo artist, and in 10 years he plans to be a multi-billionaire on the Forbes list of the richest people in the world. Casey has always been my favorite. Just remember that when you're a multi-billionaire. Casey would like to thank his teachers like Mr. Johnson, who gave him some leeway when he was doing badly. Congratulations, Casey.
Carter Thompson. Competing in the provincial championships for basketball and soccer are Carter's favorite memories at SESS. He has also played a key role in many leadership activities, as well as water balloon fights over the years. Next year, he plans to attend Okanagan College in Kelowna to pursue a bachelor's degree in business. And 10 years from now, he will be on a yacht with the boys in Cuba. Carter would like to thank all of his family and the teachers and all the homies.
Carter, you were my favorite, just in case you're in a yacht. Yeah, okay. Carter is the recipient of a $500 CUPE Local 523 bursary, $500 Carameus Elks bursary, $500 Okanagan Similkameen Administrators Association bursary, $1,250 District Authority Scholarship, $400 World Hobby Horse Council bursary, and $1,000 from the Royal Canadian Purple Society Carameus Lodge number 83 bursary. Carter was also the recipient of the Senior Sparky Award for exhibiting exceptional school spirit and commitment to the SESS community. Congratulations, Carter.
Zoe Vrenz. Zoe was a proud member of the senior girls soccer team that won Valley Championships, as well as the Nakusp tournament. She was also a part of the Greening the School campaign with Mila that brought recycling back to the school. Next year, Zoe will be attending Lakeland College to study wildlife and fisheries conservation, while also competing on the varsity soccer team. Zoe would like to thank her mother for constantly nagging her to do her homework. Zoe is the recipient of the $500 Judy and Greg Quadflag Memorial Bursary, the $1,250 District Authority Scholarship, the $1,000 Royal Canadian Legion Branch 192 Scholarship, the $500 Carameus Costin Sportsmen's Association Bursary, and the $500 SESS Parent Advisory Council Scholarship. Well done, Zoe.
Tristan Young. Tristan's future plans include working for his uncle and getting his carpentry ticket. In 10 years, he plans to be working as a carpenter. Tristan would like to thank Mrs. Brunton for the first half of his school years and Mrs. Reichel for the second half. He would also like to say congratulations and good luck to all of his fellow graduates. Congratulations, Tristan.
Sophia Zebroff. Watching the senior boys basketball team in 2018 is one of Sophia's favorite memories of SESS. Future plans include working, traveling, and meeting an attractive Norwegian boy, and afterwards attending university to study psychology. 10 years from now, she hopes to be wealthy and a proud owner of 30 cats. Sophia is the recipient of the $450 Pat Clark Memorial Bursary. Congratulations.
And we'd also like to recognize the students who are graduating this year but are unable to attend tonight. Chase Franklin, Thorson Gould, Sophia Hack, Hawk Kittleson, Anthony Mitchell, and Anthony was also the recipient of this year's Most Improved Grade 12 student for a student who overcomes adversity and shows significant improvement in effort and achievement, and Morgan Montgomery Reed. Congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Thank you, Mr. Morhart and Mr. Johnson. Congratulations again to all the graduates. I'm now actually going to interrupt our ceremony for an unscheduled video presentation. So you won't see this video on the official program. It's not going to go home in the compilation that you get after the ceremony. And it certainly wouldn't be shown at a regular grad ceremony, but I think you're all going to agree that this is not a regular year. And before I show the video, I just want to say I've worked in high schools for a long time, and specifically with grade 12s. And you find that every grad class has their own unique character and their own personality as a group. And as a staff, I believe we will always remember this particular group for their sense of fun and definitely for a little bit of mischief. But being able to have fun and see the humor in life is such an important quality, and I think especially in this particular year, we really recognize how important that is in difficult times. So Grad 2020, I want to say thanks for the laughs, thanks for the jokes, thanks for the pranks, and all the pranks that you planned, that we know you planned, but you didn't have a chance to pull off. So this is for you. So grads, I just want to clarify that was not a challenge, okay? We are fully aware that you would be plotting your revenge well into your 20s if we didn't just, establish the fact that you win, okay? So I'm just saying on behalf of the staff, Grad 2020, you win, staff loses, let's all move forward with our lives, okay? Can we make an agreement? Okay. I also just want to take a moment to say thanks to some of the people who made that banner happen. So a shout out to Dave Rowe and Outlaw Graphics. Thank you to the Village of Carameus for having the idea and for letting us use the Pocket Park. And for those of you who don't know, we also owe a thanks to Home Hardware because when the staff was putting up that banner, it was a tremendous windstorm and we had nothing to anchor the fencing with. And even though it was after hours, the staff of Home Hardware let us sneak in and get some cinder blocks to make it work. So just another example of all the different facets of our community coming together to work together to support our grads. And we are so appreciative of the school, of their support. And maybe we've started a new graduation tradition, okay? I'm now going to turn it over to the grads. I would like to call up this year's valedictorians, Abby Lee and Carter Thompson, who will deliver the valedictory address to the class of 2020.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I am a grad, and so are all of you. Everyone told me that if you picture the audience in their underwear or naked, that like you feel more comfortable. I'm feeling extremely uncomfortable with Mr. Collins right now. Hello, parents, grandparents, teachers, dignitaries, and of course, the grads of 2020, and anyone else who's tuned into the Zoom.
At the beginning of the year, when I was asked what my favorite memory of grade 12 was, I was completely dumbfounded. I thought, why now? We have the rest of the year to do this, the rest of the year to make memories. When Kaylee asked me then, I simply said, well, it hasn't happened yet. Surely it will be our prom or our grad trip to Tula ahead. The grad year, as far as I was concerned, hadn't even begun yet.
But then, the first pandemic in over 100 years hit our planet, and we were confined to our homes with our parents, annoying siblings, rules about social distancing, virtual learning, a stockpile of household cleaners, and a limited supply of toilet paper.
This year hasn't turned out the way we thought it would. We started our grad year with high hopes to be the greatest grad class of all time. Thanks to the Legion and Karameas community, we fundraised around town like crazy. We planned our grad pranks ahead of time, and our school spirit as a grad group was legendary. We threw movie nights for everyone and epic-themed dances in the cafeteria. Our grad year was and is incredible in more ways than one. It will be a story for the ages, much like Mr. Morehart's tales of growing up during the Great Depression.
Nice laugh, Jobs. But we have faced hardships before, and we have overcome them together. I mean, we survived Miss Voisey's grade 11 sharing circles, especially Ty. Gladys Brooks's truly eye-opening family life classes, and Mr. Collins's painful integration into SESS. We have overcome all these things as a family, one extremely deranged family, but a family nonetheless.
Growing up in Karameas has allowed us all to make unique memories as a grad. The majority of the kids in this room grew up together. We learned how to read and how to write together. And even if you weren't born here, we adopted you into our family with open arms. Even if you were from Delta or Winnipeg.
As 2000s babies, we've lived through fads such as fidget spinners, One Direction, Flappy Bird, Gangnam Style, and Fortnite. We've experienced all the preteen milestones life has to offer together. Our first crush, our first training bra, our first facial acne, our first girlfriend, our second girlfriend, our third girlfriend, and then finally figuring out that you were the problem.
Some may say growing up in a small town can be dull, but as a class I would say we disagree, most of the time. Being able to have close relationships with our teachers and peers is something that couldn't be traded for a shopping mall. We at SESS are truly fortunate to have the amazing teachers and staff available to us that we do. We take for granted the time and overall effort our teachers have put into our learning and overall success. To think, if I'd attended a big school, I'd never have been able to have my life-changing deep conversations with Mr. Corrals.
Or have all my deep, in-depth, Dr. Phil type vibe conversations with Mr. Brown.
And then there was Mrs. Hamers and Mr. Adams, who stepped in as the mother and father figures at school that we never asked for, but truly needed.
Having a small school has certainly provided us experiences and connections that you wouldn't get if you attended a Quad A school. Knowing the first and last name of every grad in your class is something most graduates would never experience. We are very lucky as a class to be as tight-knit as we have been throughout high school, especially during our grad year. The memories we have will stick with us forever, like the sound of Chobes' triumphant laugh echoing throughout the hallway. Or Jordan's third-degree sunburn he received while camping. And you definitely knew when Kevin and Chobes were together, because their laugh would combine and echo throughout the hallway, and it's just, yeah. All the soccer trips and basketball trips, learning more from Brown and Rocco than we ever did during high school, and so many more experiences that will stay with us for the rest of our life.
And of course, we must acknowledge the people who truly made graduating possible, our parents, guardians, and families. Mom, I wouldn't be who I am today without you. When I felt like school was too much and I wasn't smart enough, you would cry with me. And then, when I was ready, you helped me move forward, keep my chin up, and try again. As we all sit here, surrounded only by each other, I ask you all to think of the people who made this possible. Where would we be without them? We thank you all for the time and effort you have put into raising us and helping us become the young successes that are standing here virtually before you today.
Thank you for driving us to endless practices and games. Thank you for crying with us through all of our math homework. And thank you for always being there for us, even when we said we didn't need it. As NBA player Kevin Durant once said, "You parents are the real MVP." We certainly would not have made it here without you. You carry the team. And in fact, in my case, I'd say my mom's the whole starting five. One sec. Oh, the amount of times I've heard people say, "I love Miss Carter," or "Miss Carter's my favorite. I kind of think you like her more than me." No words can describe how much, as a grad class, we appreciate you parents. Thank you so much.
It would be a dramatic understatement to say that we've missed out on a lot. Simply put, our second semester was stolen from us. Our prom and grad trips, movie nights, and school dances. We don't get a graduation ceremony where we could be admired by a crowd full of family and friends. And we are unable to hug the teachers that changed our lives for the better. We will never be able to get the time that we lost back, but instead of dwelling on what we missed, we can instead look back on what we did get. The field trips out of town, which really did give name to the saying, "The journey is worth more than the destination." I'm sorry, Quinn. I didn't know there's another. Our grad meetings that will always give me a mixture of anxiety and joy. Thank you, Quinn, for making them so much longer than they had to be. Oh my God, I'm sorry. And of course, all the times we made an effort to spend time together outside of school, whether it be grad tag or camping. When I look back on the time we spent together, I look back with admiration. I will miss all of you dearly, and I can't begin to express how important you all are to me. And I wish nothing but the best for each and every one of you in your future endeavors.
We're definitely going to make the world a more interesting place. Not sure if it'll be for the better or not, but it will definitely be entertaining watching all you clowns try to become adults. Honestly, I know for a fact that each and every one of you is going to enter this forever altered world and do amazing things. I wish all of you nothing but happiness, because at the end of the day, that's all that truly matters. Thank you for all the amazing years we've had together. I'm extremely proud to be a graduate of the SESS graduating class of 2020.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abby and Carter. And now, the grads have prepared a special video montage for us all to enjoy a trip down memory lane.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, "Go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely." Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. Always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. I was writing about everything I saw before me. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sorry. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can bore me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
Graduates of 2020, today is a moment you have all been waiting for. We have now come to the end of the ceremony and the beginning of a new chapter in your lives. Many of you have been together in this building since grade 5, so this day is particularly important for you. We know that you will carry the memories with you as each of you go out to create your own unique path in the world. We, including all the friends and family watching at home, are proud of you, and we wish you all the best. I would like to once again thank the family and friends at home for joining us tonight. And I want to let you know that after the ceremony, in the gym, the grads are going to be going out to the field to have a socially distanced photo session with a drone photographer. These photos will involve a full cap toss, and it will be included in the video keepsake to be published later. Grads, please rise and turn to face the video camera. Leave your portfolio on the chair. The practice of moving the capped tassel from right to left side symbolizes the individual's change in status from being a student to now being a graduate. Our grads can now claim the personal achievement of becoming a high school graduate. Grads, would you now please move your tassel? Friends, families, community members, it is my pleasure to present to you Similkameen Secondary's graduating class of 2020.
Mama said, fulfill the prophecy, be something great. Go make a legacy, manifest destiny. Back in the days we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, burn your biographies, rewrite your history, light up your wildest dreams, museum victories. Every day we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars but I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger cruises. Ain't ever wannabes, waiting the novelties that don't ever change. We wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up,